Yo, what's up? Good morning, everybody. We have an RX3 in with a level depth effects rotary pot that is not working right. So I'm going to show you what to look for and then how to fix it with some easy soldering. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so we're going to start by removing the bottom cover screws. I believe there's about 16, maybe 18. And then there are 2 on the front panel. This is pretty typical, but this electric screwdriver is fantastic. Saves me tons of time because I do many controllers, and there are just hundreds of screws in these things sometimes, especially the XZ and the DDJ 1000. And here we're using a pry tool to pop off the 2 knobs off some rotary potentiometers. Does not damage the acrylic surface. And again, the front panel has 2 screws you have to remove. And I actually forgot to remove 2 screws from the bottom, so I'm going to rotate it here and then rotate it again, which you'll see right here. Not a big deal. And with the with the XDJ RX3, it has to pop up a little bit, the front top panel, pop it up a little bit, and then bring it back to clear the screen because there's 2 tabs, and then disconnect the ribbon cable and the headphone connector. Move aside the bottom panel, bottom chassis, and then bring the top panel back over, and we're going to remove the center PCB here, just half of the ribbon cables to save some time. And there are 5 screws holding that to the chassis. Then we'll have access to the rotary pots that have the suspect broken, cracked solder joints, which you will see pretty soon. Okay, zooming in, we're going to see 3 dots. That's the rotary pot. The 3 ovals are the signal circuits, and the squares are the mounting flange and the ground. So I'm moving the rotary pot, which is also wiggling the entire top portion of the board. So I was trying to get it in focus, but they are cracked. And now we're going to add some solder, reflow, and then tighten the nuts on top of the board, and we should be ready to go. And there you have it, ready to go. I'm going to check the other ones right now. And the way these are manufactured, they are a blank printed circuit board, and through an automation process, they are populated with every little surface mount and pin through circuit or passive component. And then along the line of the automation process, the bottom of this board, which is on the top right here, what we see is green, it's dipped into a hot pool of solder, and then the least amount of solder is used for these circuit boards, which is a cost, and which is why these fail over time, because drum and bass DJs, they're the heaviest on equipment compared to your wedding DJ or just someone at home playing for fun. Now what I like to do is to temporarily mount everything back and test operation, because if we reassemble everything and put it all back together and we made a mistake or we didn't do that great of a job with the reflow or something else happens during the testing, we'd have to take it all apart again, which could be 10, 20, 45 minutes of time. So that's why I like to just temporarily hook everything up. One screw for the PCB, so it's mounted to the chassis, and then connect all the ribbon cables, hook it back up to the bottom chassis, and then throw some signal through the board. Now keep in mind, this does look fairly easy. However, these ribbon cables are delicate. They are a simple pull and remove or push in to install, and others there's two types of designs of click connectors to secure the ribbon cable to that connector. And these are pretty tricky right here on the connecting the bottom ribbon cables to the top board. Because if they're not perfectly level or they're crooked going in, the board's not going to operate properly. And what we have here is a special tool I made to sneak in through the top of the fascia plate and tighten these nuts that become loose over time. It took a little bit of time to make this tool, but it turned out great, and it really helps out to tighten them up again, compared to removing the entire top fascia plate and tightening these nuts. I'm sorry, the entire center circuit board would have to come out and then tighten up all these nuts on that board. So now we're going to check operation, and it's pretty much working perfectly. we are done. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.